to Judge Cappadocia, and to my fellow classmates. Good day. I'm Sheila Mae Peña, and I'm here to provide you with a concise overview of two crucial aspects of financial governance in the Philippines. These are the two topics to be discussed. First is the Security Exchange Code, or the SRC. The second is the Anti-Money Laundering Act. These two pillars of the Philippines' legal framework play a vital role in ensuring the integrity and security of financial transactions, protecting investors, and fighting illicit financial activities. In this report, we will dive into the key provisions, objectives, and significance of this regulation, shedding light on the vital contribution to the stability and transparency of the Philippine financial system. The Securities Regulation Code (SRC) RA 8799. This was enacted on July 19, 2000 and amended in 2015. This code is aimed to regulate the issuance and trading of equity securities and debt securities in the Philippines, to ensure the protection of investors and the Philippine securities market system. So, what are securities? Let's watch a video.
What are securities? Well, it depends on which country you live in. In the US, for example, securities are defined in a very complicated manner by the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, but in a nutshell, any financial asset that can be traded tends to be considered a security. In other countries, the definition can be more specific, applying only to some financial assets. The most popular categories are 1. Equity securities such as stocks, 2. Debt securities such as bonds, 3. Derivatives such as futures or options. All in all, it works like this. A. An entity called the issuer, for example, a company or a city, needs capital. B. The issuer releases a security that investors can buy. A security like stocks, which might give investors ownership in the entity, or bonds, which give them the right to receive their capital back plus interest. C. Investors can keep their securities or sell them on the open market. As can be seen, securities represent an option for issuers who want to raise capital that might be better than, let's say, a bank loan, whereas for investors, it can be a potentially worthwhile money-making opportunity. Win-win.
What are the objectives of the SRC? It's to establish socially aware and self-regulating free market, to encourage more participation in owning an enterprise, to enhance the democratization of wealth, to protect investors by ensuring full and fair disclosure of securities, to minimize or eliminate fraudulent activities such as insider trading in free market. Provision on fraud, manipulation, and insider trading. So what is an insider? It is the management, the director, or the government agencies. A person has access to materials, non-public information about the company or the security that is not generally available to the public. However, the insider trading is still trade if he proves that the information may not gain from his connection or function. He proves that the person he could transact with is aware of the non-material information. It is unlawful for any person to create false or misleading appearance of active trade or any listed security in exchange in any other market by effecting any transaction in such security which involve no change in beneficial ownership, by participating in the sale or purchase of such security with the insider knowledge of other involved parties, by performing similar acts where there is no change in beneficial ownership. Second is to circulate information that the price of any security listed in exchange will or is likely to rise or fall because of manipulated market operation, to affect a series of transactions in securities, raises their price to induce the purchase securities, depress their price to induce the sale of security. And the fourth is to make false misleading statement with respect to any material fact to induce the purchase of sales in any equity. The other fraudulent transactions are employ in any device or scheme or artifice to defraud, obtain money or property by means of any untrue statement or omission of a material fact, engage in any act, transaction, practices, or course of business which as operate as a fraud or deceit upon any person. Other fraudulent transactions are painting the tape, marking the cloth, improper match order, wash sales, squeezing the float, hype and dump, short and distort, disseminating false or misleading market information through media, including the Internet. These are the sanctions: fine of not less than 50,000 nor more than 5 million, the imprisonment of not less than 7 years nor more than 21 years, or both for every violation. Disclosure rule: all companies listed or applying for listing are required to divulge truthfully and accurately all material information about themselves and the security they sell for the protection of the investing public. The civil liabilities arise when false registration statements, in violation of registration requirements, fraud in connection with securities transactions, manipulation of security prices, commodity future contracts and pre-need plans by means of prospectus or communication with untrue statement, and insider trading. Please see sample that the company has penalized.
Securities and Exchange Commission ang naghabla sa Kapa Ministry International na binansagan itong isang Ponzi scheme. Para sa detalye, may live report si Dano Kingkungko. Dano?
Susan, paglabag sa ilang probisyon ng Republic Act 8799 o Securities Regulation Code ang sinampa ng SEC laban sa Kapa Ministry International Incorporated. Sabi ng SEC, madaragdagan pa raw ang mga irereklamo habang tinutukoy pa nila ang mga sangkot sa pag-aalok ng mga illegal manong securities ng Kapa. Ayon sa SEC, ilan sa nilabag ng Kapa ang probisyon sa Securities Regulation Code na nagbabawal sa pagbebenta ng securities ng hindi muna rehistrado sa SEC at ang probisyong bawal magpatakbo ng tinatawag na Ponzi scheme o sa pamamagitan ng pag-alok ng mataas na tubo sa mga investor at ibabayad ito gamit ang pera ng mga bagong pasok na investor.
Thank you. Hope you have learned about my report. My second topic is about the Anti-Money Laundering Act of RA 9160. RA 9160, or an Anti-Money Laundering Act of 2001 or AMLA, in Section 4, money laundering is a crime whereby the proceeds of an unlawful activity has been defined or transacted, thereby making them appear to have originated from legitimate sources. Generally refers to washing off the proceeds of profit generated from extortion, prostitution, and other criminal activities. These are the three stages of money laundering.
Stages of money laundering. Money laundering can occur through a series of complex bank transfers or financial transactions, which prevents government officials from tracking the origins of the illegal income. Despite the level or nature of the crime, money launderers make use of three different stages of money laundering to convert their illicit proceeds from the illegal acts. The three different stages are placement, layering, integration. It's the first stage, where the illicit proceeds are introduced into the legal financial system. There are various techniques of placement, be it smurfing, electronic transfers, bulk movement, asset conversion, etc. This is the second stage, where the origins of the funds are concealed by moving them around in a series of complex bank transfers or financial transactions. The third and final stage is integration, where the proceeds can no longer be detected by the officials and are infused back into the economy. The different methods of integration include the sale and purchase of real estate properties, expensive gifts, loans, false import-export invoices, which in turn helps to hide the source of the illegal income and reintroduces the funds into the financial system for the use of criminals.
Why is money laundering outlaw? Because the money enters the financial statement without being taxed, the money is a fruit of illegal activities, and the purchase legitimate business to deal with inflated undercut transactions. The criminal elements become more comfortable conducting their activities and financial system is manipulated. Just management of national economies is put in danger. The Philippine government responds to the concern of Financial Action Task Force to hunting down and stopping money laundering whenever it may transpire, with a mission of paving the way for the effective prevention and detection of money laundering by ensuring that appropriate measures against money laundering are implemented in all nations. This is the current case of money laundering in the Philippines.
Ang sinasabi ni dating RCBC Branch Manager Maya Santos Digito mula pa noong humarap siya sa pagdinig ng Senado, wala siyang alam tungkol sa money laundering ng $81 million na ninakaw sa Central Bank ng Bangladesh noong 2016. Pero hindi ito pinaniwalaan ng Makati Regional Trial Court nang hatulang guilty si Digito sa 8 counts of money laundering kanina. Sa desisyon, sinabi ni Judge Cesar Untala ng Makati RTC Branch 149 na isang kasinungalingan ang sinasabi ni Digito na wala siyang kinalaman sa mga transaksyon. Sabi pa ni Untalan, kailangan daw panagutin si Digito dahil sa command responsibility. Noong 2016, nahak ang sistema ng Bangladesh Central Bank at nanakawan sila ng mahigit $100 million. Itinuturing itong isa sa pinakamalaking cybercrime sa kasaysayan. $81 million dito ibinasok sa mga bank account sa Jupiter branch ng RCBC sa Makati. Si Digito noon ang branch manager doon. Siya pa raw mismo ang nagbukas ng 4 na account kung saan nilagak ang pera gamit ang mga peking pangalan. Si Digito rin daw ang naglipat ng pera sa ginawa rin niyang account ng negosyanteng si William Go nang hindi nalalaman ni Go. Sabi ng korte, dahil mahaba ang karanasan ni Digito sa banking industry, alam na raw dapat niya na kahina-hinala ang remittances dahil sa laki nito. Sa sinabi naman ni Digito na inutusan siya ng mga matataas na opisyal ng bangko na gawin niyon, sinabi ni Judge Untalan na dapat inalam niya kung saan galing ang napakalaking halaga. Nang sinundan ang money laundering trail, nakitang nailabas ang pera sa RCBC na convert sa peso sa pamamagitan ng remittance company na Philrem, saka naman napunta sa mga kasino dito sa bansa.
The importance behind the fighting money laundering is because money laundering is a serious problem, and criminals will multiply if even small businesses does not comply. The small businesses may be held responsible under UMLA, the global scale, and is not limited to local context. For the law to prevail here and abroad must work hand in hand. How to fight? You have to know your customer, maintain strict identification standards, keep clear and accurate records, and report all covered and suspicious transactions. There are 3 agencies who fight the money laundering internationally. First is the Financial Actions Task Force, the Egmont Group, and the Asia Pacific Group of Money Laundering. There are many consequences or legal penalties and its related offenses in AMLA. So the AMLA penalizes the following acts or omission: the money laundering proper, facilitating money laundering, and failing to report CPR and SPR, and the following offenses. Other violations punishable under AMLA: failure to keep records, malicious reporting, breach of confidentiality, and administrative violations. The Anti-Money Laundering Council are the 2003 AMC was born upon the enactment of RE 9160 with a mandate to prevent the entry of illegally acquired funds into our financial system, the EMLC Secretariat implementing arm of ELMC. The function of AMLA is to require and receive covered suspicious transaction reports from covered institutions, issue order to determine the true identity of the owner of a monetary instrument, and institute a civil forfeiture and all the remedial procedure through the office of the Solicitor General. Thank you, and I hope you learned a lot from my report.